everybody. Myself Veena Sarathi, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Sirsi. My dear students, today let us understand what are the advantages and disadvantages of the factoring and what is the cost and benefit analysis of the factoring services. So, let us continue with the advantages of the factoring. There are many advantages of factoring. First advantage is ready cash. So factoring, it is providing ready cash to the client. The amount in the factoring, it is not locked in the assets for a long period of time. So ready cash is always, or you can say that ready blood is always ready to the organization, and the cash, it is continuously or constantly flowing. It will maintain constant cash flow. Second advantage is increased volume. So under this, the seller, he can concentrate both on the production activities as well as the sales activities, because the new strategies, they will always increase the sales volume. So seller, he can concentrate both on the production as well as on the sales volume. Third advantage is the need was felt by the Kalan Sundaram study group. The committee study report was submitted here in the year 1988 to the RBI, and it suggested factoring services to all the small scale industries due to certain reasons. So that is, firstly, a large number of small scale industry sector, it is managed by their promoters. And secondly, small scale industries, they have low organizational support. Thirdly, banks have constraints to lend to the small scale units. So they are not lending. Banks, they hesitate to make or to lend to the small scale units. Then small scale units cannot take any quick and the timely decisions. So that is the third advantage. So therefore the Kalyana Sundaram study group, so the study report was submitted and it suggested the following factoring services due to all these four reasons. Then the fourth advantage is professional credit collection. So the collection of the debt is a problematic area to the organization. It is a problematic area, but it is made easy. How it is made easy? It is made easy by factoring. It is made easy by the factoring. So that is another advantage of the factoring. Then fifth one is a part of the sales management. The factor, he will accept the sales ledger manager as a total service. So this will include every aspect of the pre-credit sales to the post-credit sales. All the aspects. It will include all the aspects. So therefore, it is a part of a sales management. That is another advantage. Then advisory service. Another advantage of this factoring is it is giving advisory service. So this is called as a lifeline service to the organization. Lifeline service. So it is value added service, you can say there. So it is called as a lifeline service because it will make the organization to live comfortably. Then one more advantage is health economy. So here the organization, it is getting return in time. The production, the research activities are all concentrated. Economy, it will get best product and at the same time the best services. So therefore it is a health economy, you can say. Then next advantage is better balance sheet. So this factoring, it will have a positive effect on the balance sheet. It affects positively. The balance sheet becomes lighter with improved financial position. So these are some of the advantages of the factoring. So now let us discuss what are the disadvantages of the factoring. So as there are many advantages, similarly there are many disadvantages. First disadvantage is cost of factoring. So here the cost is more. Cost of factoring is, so this is in relation to other sources of finance. When you compare with other sources of finance, cost of factoring is more. That is one disadvantage. Second disadvantage is there is a shortage of funds. There is a shortage of funds. The factors they are suffering shortage of funds, and all they are depending on the equity sources. That is the second disadvantage. Third is the poor credit rating. Their credit rating is very poor. So if the institution is rated at lower level, then the cost of factoring it will increase proportionately. So therefore the credit rating is poor. That is another disadvantage. Then the fourth disadvantage is loss of customer relation. So under factoring, the seller he may lose the personal relation with the customers. That is another disadvantage of the factoring. Then fifth is lack of credit information. The factor he will suffer due to lack of information about the customers. There is no proper information about the customers. They are not able to assess the extent of credit risk in relation to the customers. They are not able to assess the credit risk. That is another disadvantage. Then stamp duty. So here the factoring involves assignment of the debt, and stamp duty has to be paid on the assignment. That is another disadvantage. So they have to pay the stamp duty. Then the next disadvantage is not suitable. So this factoring it is not suitable to the companies which sell large number of small products to different kinds of customers. So with the factoring it is not suitable to the companies which sell large number of small products. Large number of small products to the different kinds of the customers. Then one more disadvantage is no credit insurance. So factoring in India it is always suffering heavy loss because credit insurance is not available. Credit insurance is not available in our country, in our India. So therefore no credit insurance. Then the last one, that is lack of evaluation technique. So there is no standard method to evaluate the factoring services. So it will all depend upon the individual seller, the nature of customers, sales volume, credit risk, etc. So it will depend upon the individual seller, the nature of the customer, sales volume and the credit risk. So these are some of the disadvantages of the factoring. Now let us come here to the cost and benefit analysis of the factoring services. Factoring is a financial service and also financial activity. It is a service as well as an activity. So here the organizations they have to calculate properly whether to employ the services of the factor. So for this purpose there is a necessary of making comparison of the cost and the benefit analysis of the factoring services. So when we are calculating or while calculating this cost benefit analysis, two factors are taken into consideration. One is financial cost and benefit, second one is psychological cost and the benefit. So here first one, that is financial cost and benefit analysis. So these benefits, the benefits are enjoyed here both by the client as well as the factor and the factor. So there is a need to calculate the cost and benefit to both the parties. So what is the cost and what are the benefits to both the parties? So first is the cost of factoring. So when we come to the cost of factoring, so there are two types of cost involved in relation to the factor. One is factoring commission and second one is interest on advance. So factoring commission means it is amount charged for the collection, for the credit evaluation and losses due to the bad effects. So interest on advance means the factor advances up to 80 to 90% of the sales value or the receivable. So these are the two types of cost involved in relation to the factor. Then second one is the the factor advances up to 80 to 90% and interest is charged on the advance amount, that is ranging from 50 to some 20%. Then coming to second one, benefits of factoring. So when factoring is employed, the organization will enjoy the savings. So what are the what things are enjoyed here? First one is credit administration cost. So here the organization need not establish any credit collection department at all. It need not establish. So there is no separate, it need not establish credit collection department like that. Then secondly, it is very common to every organization that out of credit sales at least 3 to 5% results into bad debts. So that is bad debts cost. So both these are enjoyed. So it will, when the factoring is employed, the organization will enjoy the savings. That is, one is credit administration cost and second one is bad debts cost. Then second is psychological cost and the benefit. So by employing the factor, an organization, it is psychologically free. There are no worries of bad debts. There is no court proceedings. There is no delayed collection period. There is no shortage of the working capital. There is no heavy current ratio. There is no burden in the balance sheet. So all are the factors that are to be considered while evaluating the services. That is the psychological cost and the benefit. So therefore, so when we come to this cost benefit analysis here, so cost, while calculating cost benefit analysis, two factors are to be considered. One is financial cost and benefit and second one is the psychological cost and the benefit. So I hope students, all of you have understood the advantages and the disadvantages of the factoring and the cost and benefit analysis of the factoring. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you.